Hey, Bruce. Yes, Selena. I'm pregnant. What? Yeah, what should we call him or her? The bat or the cat? How about we call them both, the bat and the cat, if we have twins, of course. Perfect. Batman Returns is the second and final Batman movie to be directed by Tim Burton. Batman Returns tells the story taking place after the events of Batman 1989, where entrepreneur Max, played by Christopher Walken, teams up with criminal mastermind the Penguin, played by Danny DeVito, and Penguin plots to drown the firstborn children of Gotham, and only the Dark Knight himself can stand in their way. Meanwhile, Selena Kyle, aka Catwoman, played by Michelle Pfeiffer, goes on her own personal revenge quest against Max. Tim Burton, why did you have to go? This is Aliens all over again. As soon as the Alien franchise went downhill after James Cameron left, and that's the case of the original Batman series after Burton left. I mean, initially, Tim Burton wasn't intending to come back to direct a sequel to his Batman, but he was interested in the idea in the end. And just look at what he masterfully achieved with this sequel. And Batman Returns is the Batman movie of the original series I've been most looking forward to reviewing, as of course Batman 1989 redefined Batman and superhero movies as a whole. That movie's awesome influence on the genre today cannot be overlooked. But if you thought Batman 1989 was a classic, well, you are in for the biggest treat with Batman Returns, because Batman Returns, no need to build up to it. It is an absolute masterpiece. It is so fucking great, and surpasses its predecessor in my opinion, and may now be my personal favourite Batman movie. I mean, I know people would say the only Batman movies that could even compare to the first two Tim Burton films are the Dark Knight trilogy and the Lego Batman movie and Mask of the Phantasm, of course. And there is some poignancy to the fact that I'm reviewing this movie 30 years after its release. I mean, uh, God, goodness knows how Matt Reeves' The Batman is going to top this. Sadly, Batman Returns was released at the wrong time, as it was harshly criticised as that at that time for having a extreme darker tone. I mean, it went even darker and ballsier than Tim Burton's first Batman movie, and it's certainly the most mature of the original series. And looking at it today, the PG-13 and 12A rating was maybe a little too generous. I mean, this movie could have gotten away with a 15 rating for sure, but had it been released today, it would have received way more praise, as we are now more accepting of dark superhero films. It has more ambition and confidence to it than other Batman movies, because it's so confident with its dark tone, and I think Michael Keaton is twice as good in this movie as he was in the original. Now that we've gotten the origin story and we've gotten to know Batman out of the way in the first movie, this movie is just all out pure Batman action, and you get Batman galore when he rushes in to rescue Selena Kyle at the Christmas parade. Attacker. We know most would not count Batman Returns as a Christmas movie, but I am. The Christmas setting also sets it apart from other Batman flicks, and is Tim Burton's attempted a Christmas movie before Nightmare Before Christmas the year later. And one thing that Batman Returns does that I did not expect to do better than the first is up the antagonist. Sorry, Jack Nicholson's Joker, but there is a new crime boss in Gotham, and his name is Oswald Chesterfield Cobblepot, aka the Penguin. I mean, Danny DeVito gives his most frightening and disturbing performance that he's ever given, and you just feel the personal rage that's boiling into the Penguin. He is taking out his anger on Gotham because his parents abandoned him in the sewer in the basket when he was born just because of his deformed appearance. He was at the time the only Penguin to appear in a Batman movie, but we know the Penguin is now going to be in the Matt Reeves Batman. Please don't rip off Batman Returns by including the Penguin and Catwoman in the same movie. Penguin may look harmless at first glance, but I would beware of his blade umbrellas and his penguin bombs. And animal rights protested about using penguins in the movie. So the penguins in Penguin's Lair are just actors in penguin suits. So best of luck to the actor on following up Danny DeVito, especially when DeVito is venting as the Penguin when he's like, "I am an animal, I am not a human, I am the Penguin," and he just shoots that guy who disagrees with him. The most overlooked villain in the movie is Max, played by Christopher Walken. I mean, he's this entrepreneur who runs a power plant and Selina Kyle is his assistant, but the dick that he is, he betrays her by pushing her out of the window. Having Selina be the one to give Max his comeuppance in the climax was the perfect decision. Michael Gough as Alfred has not lost any of his charm whatsoever, and him and Bruce even sit down to enjoy their Christmas dinner at the end. But of course, the performance of the movie you've all been waiting for me to mention, and my favourite performance in the movie, you all know it's Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. No matter how many actresses you cast as Catwoman, Anne Hathaway in The Dark Knight Rises and Zoe Kravitz in The Batman, you just cannot beat Michelle Pfeiffer if you try. I mean, she is the top cat. Totally electrifying portrayal of Catwoman, I mean, was truly robbed of an Oscar nomination, and so was Danny DeVito. In fact, Michelle almost didn't play Catwoman. That's hard to believe today, I know, but during the production, Annette Bening was initially cast as Catwoman, but she became pregnant and was physically unable to film any scenes as Catwoman, as she had to put her baby first. So Michelle Pfeiffer was recast as Catwoman, but it turned out to be a casting changer for the best, because Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman is the first character who comes into everybody's mind whenever they bring up Batman Returns. You cannot have or even imagine this movie without her, as she is the reason for this movie's popularity. And I mean, she is beyond slick, seductive, stunning, and downright badass when she can be. And I never saw Catwoman as a villain, despite for the fact that she does seem to be working with Penguin at one point in the middle of the movie. She is just confused on who to trust. I mean, she starts out, innocent, naive when she's working with Max, but after his attempt on her life and her cats crawl over her and revive her, and she returns to her apartment and she just loses her shit and trashes the place and makes herself her Catwoman costume. That moment alone made me go, Holy shit, this movie is something else. It is easily the most rewatchable of the original Batman movies too. Having the most action and being the quickest paced by far, and having even more iconic characters from the comics than the original. I mean, and Tim Burton's direction is even more confident here. He has truly found his footing with the Batman universe by Batman Returns, and I mean, still wish he could have gotten to direct a third one to make a trilogy. I mean, how much better would that have been? But oh well, too late now. The color palette is even a darker, and the black and blue color palettes added to the mood that Tim Burton is making. He's going, I ain't making a Batman movie for kids, folks. And if you thought the Bat Wing was cool in the first movie, we get the Bat Boat in this one. When a Batman is plunging through the sewers in his Bat Boat submarine. That Bat Boat made me want to go, Batman, can I have a drive? And and uh, and the movie geniusly opens with the birth of the Penguin and him in the basket of going down the river in the sewers with Danny Elfman's creepy and tragic sounding opening music. And there are some moments that in this movie that were so dark that they made me flinch, like when Catwoman meets the Penguin and she's about to swallow this canary whole. And the Penguin gets out his blade umbrella and is about to stab one of her kitties, so she reluctantly spits the bird out. I mean, thank God no cats were harmed in the making of this movie, because I will always be a cat lover at heart. And the movie ends just right with the reveal that Catwoman survived the final battle after all, after getting her revenge on Max, and she's still missing Batman. She does have 9 lives after all, making her nearly immortal. So overall, Batman Returns a pure gem in the superhero movie genre and pure Batmania, and one of the greatest sequels ever made, as well as one of the greatest movies of 1992, up there with Muppet Christmas Carol and Aladdin and Home Alone 2 Lost in New York. I am proud to call this my new favourite Batman movie. The Joel Schumacher duology has nothing on this.
I give Batman Returns 5 stars out of 5. Best Batman movie ever.
So yeah, now that I've reviewed both great Batman movies of the original series, now I've got to move on to the not so great ones. Oh boy. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what are your thoughts on Batman Returns? Are you with me in that it's practically the best Batman movie of them all? Or is it not exactly your favourite, but you still love it? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you next time when I review the first of the Joel Schumacher Batman movies, Batman Forever. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.